Hello everyone, welcome back to Stirlingshire Homestead. It's been a while. So, Doug and I have been playing fetch most of the morning because we're outside doing stuff. We just finished, so you guys saw us about 2 weeks ago, we got that chicken coop install done. We got those nest boxes in. And now I'm working on my next project. My next project for the coming month, in October is where we are right now, is to build a deer stand, because I finally got a hunting license. I'm going to give it a try. If I'm going to do it, I'm doing it right. I'm going to build a fancy stand at a 4x8. It's got 2x6s on it, and I have 12-foot 4x4s, so it's going to be 12 feet off the ground, which is really high. It's taller than the shipping container. It actually sits, I don't know if you guys can see that red mark right there. That's about as high as 12 feet is. And we'll be up that high and hunting, hopefully up in that top field. But we've been playing all day, Anna and I. Right, Anna? Yeah. And I've been getting the platform done. And now that the platform is sort of done, I'm going to turn it over and put that treated plywood on top. And we're going to get ready to install our brackets here. You can see the brackets that I got. They sit, I'll show you how this sits. So this part right here is the holder for the piece, and it sits like, oh, this is the wrong one. This goes on this side. And when it sits on there, you can see how that's tilted away and away from the structure so that it gives stability and support, even though we're going to be 12 feet in the air. It's 8 degrees in both directions. So we're looking at it straight now, but you can see that that's tilted. If we were straight up and down, that's straight up and down. So we'll get these 4 brackets on here. We'll get this all taken care of. I don't know if I'm going to get it up today. That's quite a task to pull this much plywood and 2x6 up, especially on 12-foot posts. But we'll hopefully give it a try here in the next few days, and I'll try to remember to film this all. If I don't remember to film it, you'll at least definitely see the platform when it's up in the air. So, we'll see you back here after I get all that stuff taken care of. And, yeah. Oh, one other thing. Since it's fall, you can see all the beautiful colors in the leaves right now. You got some nice oranges up in there, too. It's nice living out in the country. So, anyway, we'll see you back here in a bit. Okay, so we're hauling her up. Got all the boards and stuff on. I'm sitting on the platform as Maddie's driving us up. You got her hitched on there. Go slow! Go slow! Go slow. So we're gonna head up. At least unload all the stuff and get it where it's supposed to go, and then we'll get back to you. This could be a little while. Okay, we got her all up here. We're in our spot, right, Anna? Right. So, got her in. We're open on our shooting lane here, our shooting lane there, and then all the way down and through. And then if you turn and look this way, that's where we came in. They like using our driveway, so. We'll build her here, and hopefully it'll stand for a long time. The house is eventually going to go right next to it, right about here. So, until then, we'll have at least one decent shooting platform that we can work off of. Alright, we'll see you back when we get a little more done. So, up here, building the new entrance to the hunting shack, and we have a brand new ball. And there's a dog, right? And it's all weeds that are taller than the dog. We are going to throw said ball and see if she can track it through the weeds. I don't know how it'll go, but since it's a brand new ball, we should be able to see it pretty easy from how tall we are. Instant. Good job. Anyway, okay, so we've got our new hole here that we're going to come in and out of for the shack for hunting. Yeah, she can still find it. So we took out the centerboard, and instead we installed a cross beam for each section, and then doubled it up on the interior, so we could use the same sheet of plywood. You can see it out on the other side. That covers up that hole and we can walk on it once we get up to the top. So if we come around from the other side and we look at it, there's a lip. You can see the lip, and this piece of plywood down on the bottom sits right in and nests in on that lip, so it'll come out to the same height. And then the only thing we'll have to do is add a hinge, probably on this side here, so you can flip it up and hop inside. So now we're going to try to complete the arduous task of attaching legs. We have to attach the top bolts here and the outer bolt, which is this one, for each one. I have bolts for this. We're going to probably start with the ones on the bottom here, and then we'll flip the whole thing over and then get these on the other side. I don't know how it'll go, because we have 12-foot legs and we've got all the support beams here, so hopefully we'll be able to get this at least up and have a platform up on the top that we can use by next weekend. Next weekend, we've got a 3-day weekend because the school has mid-semester break, thank God. So we'll hopefully have some time to finish the walls and the roof the following weekend. Maybe get some extra help out of Maddie's mom. Anyway, we'll see you back here in a bit. Well, the dog left the ball. They are driving back. You can see them. And we got our legs on. Now I sent Maddie to go get a ladder so we can get our cross bracing in before we put this up. We got all our cross bracing pieces ready. And the only thing we'll have to do is pick a spot and go up to the other side, pick a spot, go up to the other side, and then once we get this first section, we'll flip it on its side, and then I can do the rest of them after that. So lots of cross bracing bits, and then after the cross bracing's done, we'll pull out the winch on the four-wheeler, see if we can't pull her up today. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit after cross bracing's in. Okay, got most of our cross beams in place. We've got 3 sections in. We've got either side of the short sides, and we got one of the long sides in. We're gonna have to get some more screws. I ran out of deck screws or treated screws to put this together. I have some 2.5 inchers which go in, but they only go in a little ways. And in order to brace these together, is we're gonna have to pinch them and brace them with another piece of wood to connect. That's what you're supposed to do to make it strong. We're gonna have to go and get a couple things from the hardware store to be able to do that. If you're looking at this, these angles on here are a little wonky, and I'm hoping it works out okay for these side pieces. You can see here that this is just a little down on this edge, and I'm hoping when we brace that together that that'll bring it this way. I partially think that that's because this side is down, because if I would pick this board up that I'm on right now, this one, that it would raise this board here and they'll be more even. And I'm not going to know that until I actually try it, because if you look here, if you get this perspective a little bit, you can kind of tell that this side is down, and I think that might be the case for that. If it's not, and we have to redo the bracing, it'll be pretty easy to redo. We'll just have to undo some screws and try them again. So we'll take care of that. We're going to make a run to Menards, get some more screws, and then hopefully we'll have this thing up tomorrow. Until then. Okay, so what's the plan? Walk us through.
The plan is we're going to each take a leg and we're going to walk it towards us.
And we're going to make it fall this way.
And as soon as its center of gravity goes towards that rock, we move.
No. As soon as the center of gravity is too much for us to hold, we don't want it to slam. We're going to try and set it down gently if we can.
However,
and the further out you walk, the more leverage you're going to have. So as you're going, walk it back, and then you'll be okay as we tip this. So we're going to tip this, and the corner of the posts are going to come out just so they're on the outside of that rock. And then it'll be over that rock when the platform comes up. So that bush will give us a little cover, and then we'll be able to be right there. And hopefully that'll sit nice. The only other question I have is how this other rock might line up here on the right. I might have to push it to the left a little bit, but we'll figure that out. So we'll get it down, then we'll have to pull it up. You ready? Here goes nothing. Well, it came down okay. we got it till this post here was about this high off the ground, and then we dropped it. So it works out well. Now the next part's gonna be hard. We're gonna have to get the winch on the ATV. We'll put the ATV over there and we'll let the winch do a lot of the lifting. And I'm gonna have Maddie on the rope on the other half, and we'll hopefully lift this up with winch. And then if it slowly comes up and plops over on that side, we'll be set. The other thing we're worried about here is flop over, because it's slightly downhill going this way. So I'm gonna put Maddie on the rope, and I'm gonna have her on the opposite side on this end, guiding it up so it comes up slowly. At least that's the idea. So we'll get the ATV ready. We'll be back. Well, it was precarious at times, but this was the setup. We had the winch hooked up to this leg and the rope hooked up to the car, and we got it up slowly, and then Maddie was on the back after we got it up far enough, and then she grabbed onto this part and held on as it came up. Worked out well. So now we're 12 feet high in the sky, and from what I can tell, it looks fairly even, all things considered. If anything, it's leaning a slight bit to the left, but we're gonna pull on some of these legs on the right hand side here, or pull on those legs and try and scoot it over just a little bit to this side yet. But you can see that is one tall platform. And then eventually we'll have a roof and everything else up there. But that's gonna be a little while till we get to that point. So we're gonna take the chains off, get the rope off, and then we're gonna see if we can't either use the ATV to pull it and the car to pull it, or we're gonna try and get it back over to where our original spot was a little more. That way it's sitting a little bit nicer. So we'll see you in a bit. We'll see if we can get that done. But for now, thanks for watching. Till next time.